It is really important to show your students that they have been considered, that you have empathy for what they're going through, and to really take a pause when you need. When something very tragic happens, our students are so much more important than the content we have to cover. And when push comes to shove, there's some topics in the class that just don't have to get covered, or they don't have to be covered as in depth as you normally would. That's what I'm doing. I'm having a very easy week with my students this week. I let them know on Monday. I was like, you all saw my announcements, but I think it would make the most sense if we had a fairly chill week, and I let them know that they can reach out to me. I also gave them links to counseling services on campus and other resources that could be helpful for them. Okay, so that is just one way that I am considering my students and valuing them over the content that I teach. And this is something that I do anyway, whether there's a tragedy happening or not. In the middle of the semester, I always like to get a pulse check and just see how my students are doing, how they feel about the class. I like to do a mid-semester survey and ask the students, okay, well, which parts of the class are you enjoying most? Which parts of the class are you enjoying least? Which parts of the class do you think help you learn the content more? What would you like to do more of? What would you like to do less of? If there's one thing that you could change about the class, what would you change? And then also, very importantly, I always ask, how are you doing? Is there anything you want to tell me? Anything that I should know? And students might say, oh yeah, I've been having a hard time. I'm taking care of my grandmother, or I have a job that I've been working. And so that's a lot of context that I get from my students from that survey. And then the best thing that I do with that survey is I analyze the results and actually make changes to my class. Whether they're minimal or not, the students so appreciate you considering their feedback and them knowing that they can make a difference in their classroom experience. So I always talk to the students about the results, and I let them know what things can be changed, what things can't, and actually why some things are in place that they may or may not like.